Today I'm going to show you how to produce these 4 sales reports from the sample bookings form that we produced in the last video. And if you want to have a look at where to see these reports, if you go to GF Chart Demo Sample Output, and these are the first 4 charts at the top of the page. So look, we will start off and go to a install of GF Chart and WordPress. I'm going to go to Forms, Charts and Calculations, and I'm going to add new, and I'm going to call this a sales report. And the form I'm going to pull it from is the sample booking form, which is that one, and I'm going to create chart and calculation. And here we are in the GF chart interface. I want to have a bar chart, and I want it to be, the bars to be vertical. I don't want to have a legend with that because there's only one thing. Press on the select data. What I want to have on the x-axis is the tour choice. I want to know what's going where. I want to count the entries. I'm going to sort them by label, so they'll be in alphabetical order, alphabetical ascending, so A to Z. I don't think I want any of the other filters at the moment. So we'll move on to labels and font. Let's call the chart title Sales. Actually, I'll call it Sales by Unit because this is number of sales by unit. It's not the revenue. The horizontal axis label will be the tour, and the vertical axis label will be units sold. And now let's press on preview and see what that looks like. It's generating, and here you go. You can see we've got the first of these reports, which is sales by unit. Before I go anywhere else, I'm going to press update. I'll go back to preview again. So that's sales by unit. Now, if you wanted to make this sales by a revenue, so rather than this axis being number of things sold, you want to have revenue in dollars. That's quite an easy change. Rather than going back to the select data tab, rather than counting the number of entries, or you want to sum them. And the fields to sum, if different from the XAS main field, well, no, we just want to sum that, so that's fine. So we'll press on update, and we will preview. And here we are. That's now revenue, but obviously the title's wrong. So we'll go back to here and we'll say sales by revenue. And this will now be revenue, and that's, oops, and that's dollars. And now we go to preview, which is there. So that's sales by revenue and revenue. So all very good. Now, both of these reports we've done so far are for lifetime sales. Supposing you want to filter these and just look at the sales by, say, the last month. What we need to do is go to the Select Data tab, go down the bottom, and we've got this date range thing here. With this date range, you can either put a hard date in there or you can use a relative dates. And for this, we'll use relative dates because that means we'll always have it up to date for what the sales over the last month have been. And the terms we put in here are straight PHP expressions, but don't worry if you don't know straight PHP. If you go to GF Chart and to the documentation, and scroll down in the documentation for more details and relative date filtering, you'll see here there's some examples of different periods that you may want to filter for. And here's one. Look, entries over the last 2 months. We put in the term -2 months. So I'm just going to copy that, go back to here and put it in there. I'm going to paste that in. I don't actually want it to be the last 2 months. I want it to be the last 1 month, so I'm just going to leave that as -1. The end, don't put anything in there because you want it end now. And then if we press on update and then we go to preview, these will be the revenue sales over the last month. So we might actually here want to change the title to be last month. Close brackets, and let's update that. And preview. And there we go, sales by revenue over the past month. So that's how to produce each of those 4 charts. I'll just go back to them again. This is sales last month. Both of these are sales last month, showing you how to do that, both for revenue and for units. And this is the lifetime one, which is the slightly easier one because that just doesn't have the filtering on it. Very good.